Alright, so first you're going to need a corner stock or a corner piece. I've already did some of the work here. I don't have a lighter on me, but basically take it from any cube as long as the cube piece is, shaped like this. Basically like standard Rubik's piece. A Guhong piece like this won't work. I mean, maybe it could, but they're just shaped differently. Anyway, so put that away. Sorry about the chords, I've been doing some music recording, so... Anyway, what you're going to need is a lighter. I don't have on me, but I've already done the lighter work. I'll tell you what to do, don't worry, it's not hard. This is a really bad example, but some wire cutters or just something that will cut this down. And then possibly you might need something like this, where you just shave some stuff down. Also, give me a second. Sandpaper. Okay, you're going to need probably 2 courses. I'm using 80 for one, and then I got, I think, 100 or 200 one. And that's just, to buff it out. It shouldn't really matter though. It's kind of stuck together because of the adhesive, but it's alright. I'll probably only be using the 80, or I think this is 100. Either one, 80 or 100. 80 is probably better. Anyway, basically what you're going to do is you're going to take a lighter, let's see here, makeshift lighter. Pretend this is a lighter, I guess. Okay, so you're going to take your lighter, light it. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to start melting the corner piece end here. And then once it starts melting, or you'll see it, be careful though because it's fire, don't burn yourselves. If you really need to have someone that knows what they're doing do this for you. Anyway, you melt it, you'll see it start melting and bubbling, and then make sure you blow it out because sometimes the plastic will catch on fire. It's not going to extremely, get engulfed in flames, but it'll probably catch a little bit. So blow it out, and after it's kind of bubbly and soft, use the side of the lighter and just start smashing the corner piece into itself to kind of fill that little gap and hole that's in this, in the corner here. And then you just shouldn't have to do it too much, just a little bit. So you could see, actually let me focus this, I have a manual. You could see it's just there, kind of just, I overlapped it in this spot the most because on the Rubik's brand there's like a part of the corner cap there that just has a hole. So anyway, just melt it down, melt it until it gets really bubbly and soft, and then you just push it, with the side of the lighter, push it into itself. That part should take maybe a minute or less, and then you're on to the next step. So next, I usually use wire cutters, better ones than this, but if you have a hacksaw, you want to use that instead. You're basically just going to try and cut this excess stuff off. It doesn't have to be too crazy. I mean, if you really wanted to and you wanted to skip this whole step, you could just go straight to sanding, but that takes a long time. I would do it with my Dremel, but it's in the tool shed, and I really don't want to get it. So just keep cutting at it. Should be pretty simple. Alright, this should be okay. That should be alright. I'm going to try and work with that. Let's do that. Alright. Now we're just going to take sandpaper here. And we're going to sand everything down until you get a nice flat surface on all 3 sides. So as you can see, it's getting nice and flat there on this side. We're looking pretty good on this corner here. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going a little bit longer. I gotta clean out my sandpaper. Okay, and then we're just gonna keep going until you feel the whole side go smooth, and that was that. See, that one's smooth. Don't worry about it looking really horrible. I know it does. It's just that'll get buffed out when you have your finer grits and your polish and whatnot. You kind of want to work on the corner first, and then you'll feel it come down, and then that's once you feel the rest of the cubie start getting shaved down with the corner, that's when you know you've hit it flat. So work on that side a little bit more right there where it's flat, and then you should be okay. Okay, now I'm working on the 3rd side. So now what I'm doing is I'm sanding, my bad, and then I'm rolling it as I sand to the next side, and that should give me that nice little curve that the cubies have. It's probably not going to look that great. Actually, it's not looking too bad, actually. Pretty stoked. That corner kind of got a little bit messed up, so I didn't melt enough on that corner. As you can see, it's like that much is missing, but you could just, if you really wanted to, you can melt some plastic onto there, or just round off the edges a little bit more on all of them, and it'll look better. But basically that's all you do. You have this side sanded, this side is nice and sanded flat. And this side sanded flat too. It is obviously going to look kind of scratchy. I don't know if I'm happy with that corner. I want to melt it. Melt some more dust onto there. I guess for the video that'll do. So now I'm just going to take the edge and I'm going to round each part of the edge over. So that's actually helping that look a lot better actually. So yeah, so then we're just going to keep rounding over that edge, round over that edge. You can see I'm just turning, see how I'm going from orange to yellow? I'm turning the cubie every time I sand. The best I'll get it. Alright, so now we're going to move to fine grit. So, I forgot there's adhesive on these things. I thought they were the hook and sand. I put them in backwards, but just go ahead and take this one off. So move to your fine grit. And you're just going to sand, basically just sand in circles and just basically what you're doing is just polishing it, making it smooth. That way. That should be basically it. As you can see, if you start just rubbing it, if you buff it with something, it'll start turning really smooth, and then the more you buff it, it'll turn shiny again. But it's just a 1x1. I mean, you could spend as much time as you want really trying to see. I almost had a shine there. It's kind of getting there. If you really wanted to, you could just. Oh, that's a little bit too round. So yeah, right here, what I would do is just melt a little bit more plastic on there, and then work on that. But it shouldn't matter to me. So yeah, you just basically keep sanding it till it's nice and smooth, and then buff it if you really want to. Basically, it's finished. If you melt more plastic into the corner, like I broke too much off, as you can see, you won't have this. It'll be just a nice point, and then you could just shape and round it like I've done before. So I'm just gonna shape around these little edges here, and that should be that. So now I'm gonna get some stickers and finish stickering this beast, and then we'll play with it. So, and that is that. How to make a 1x1. So basically, you're done. Just got your stickers on there. Throw those back away. And now we can cube and have some fun. So, what's the purpose of one of these, you're saying? If you haven't seen in my vlog, having one of these are really fun because you can just toss it, and right there, I would do yellow cross. So, then you would start, but, oh, that's a horrible yellow cross. Scramble. Okay, anyway, so then you start on yellow cross, which I'm really zoomed in, I think. Okay, no, it's just my camera. Alright, and then say, after you solve your yellow cross, it lands on green, so then you start on green cross. And doing this is a really good way of becoming color neutral, because it trains you to do whatever cross that the little 1x1 tells you. So that's it. That's the corner. You could tell. As you can see, it's not that big of a deal, big of an issue. You can't really tell if I'm swinging it like this. You can't even tell. Polishing it will probably help. If not, you could just sand the rest of it, make it flat. But white cross, yellow cross, orange cross. I hate orange cross. There you go. That's a really bad solve example, but that just lets you know that's what these are good for. If not, you could just be like, here, to your friends, you can't solve anything, try that one. And it's a pretty good joke. So that's how you make a 1x1. I hope you guys liked it. Subscribe above if you like the videos. I'm going to be posting more tutorials like this, and it should be pretty cool. So I hear the ice cream man. I might go get some ice cream. Have a good one.